Well. Who's here? Take it out on art. How are you doing this fine evening? We are still getting everything set up. Hello, Flag. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Oh! Bit of an echo. Doing fine enough. Well, we are about to do commentary. You want to rip your uterus out. Oh, how terrible. We are about to do commentary to my own shorts. So they have commentary on the shorts. So we're going to watch some of these drawings like this. And I'm going to be like, hey, look at me. I'm drawing stuff. Look at the stuff I'm drawing. Welcome to the drawings. Have you swiped through? Well, why don't you like and subscribe? Do you find watching me draw relaxing? Well, come relax more often. Here's a drawing I did. What do you think, Flag? Does that work? Does that make your uterus feel any better? Or does it make it worse? What's up, Zentangle? Welcome. Well, that sounds very cool. Hey, you should come back on Wednesday. We're going to do another one of those creative neighborhood streams with Derek. And we could run the Discord and you could draw Derek's body like I was. Hey, Zentangle, what are you doing these days? Welcome to the chat. Have you been making any new art recently? Welcome. Flag Nightstar is here with us, although they are in the other chat. Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad you're doing good. If you want to join us on the YouTubes, or you're during the day like we did? You babysit during the day? Thank you for all the love, Zentangle. Tell me a little bit about the art that you make, or what brings you across this page here. Yeah, so we're going to do midday, but it's midday my time, so like 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is like, yeah, so 3 p.m. your time. 3 p.m. your time. I feel kind of funny with this microphone, but also it's like I'm kind of like a stand-up comedian. Sweet. That'd be cool if you could come draw. It'd be real fun. We get you, me, and Wolfman in there all at the same time. We could have a bunch of different people take turns drawing Derek. I'm gonna turn this air conditioner on for a second. Flag, did you see what I was saying when I was doing today? Did you understand what I was talking about, and did that sound like a good idea to you? Maybe you can help me. Should plug my guitar in and play guitar, huh? Also, be sure and like the stream, please. You see what I'm saying, though? Like, I'm saying, like, when you watch a short, if I'm not on the screen, you just watch me draw like this, but I'm not here, so it's just this. So I thought it would be fun if I was like, hey, look at this. I'm doing a really fast gesture drawing. It takes me about 60 seconds. I do them live on stream. You should come hang out with me so you can watch me draw. Do you think it's relaxing to watch me draw? Well, come on. Like, subscribe, and we can hang out and draw together. See you next time on the YouTubes. You know, would you like a short better with my little dumb head at the bottom talking to you? Or would you rather it just silent drawing? I usually see him saying, like, I'm trying to follow the anatomy of the lower femur bone down to the kneecaps. But, like, there's so many pages that do that, you know? I'm just here to chill. Talk about life and expression and you know. Oh. Okay. And here's a hand. Give me a hand, I'll give you a hand. Here's a hand that I was drawing. First we start with the contour lines, then we add some shadows, and then we reinforce those contour lines with some thicker contour lines. Yeah, and then we add some, I do a selection tool, fill that bad boy in peach, and then we start a second hand. This is the second hand. Not to be confused with the second hand of a watch. This is the second hand of my drawing. Thank you, Flag. You're the god mod. Give me any tips on what I should do and what I shouldn't do while I'm down here being a nerd. Like, be like, Gabriel, you always do this thing. Don't do that. But sometimes you do this thing. Yeah, it's cool if you do that. Like, you gotta help me, you gotta help me not be too big of a nerd. Not even nerd, but just like, you know. You're so hip, Flag. You're so hip. I need your input any way I can get it. Also, I wonder if I flip myself backwards like this, it kind of it's actually backwards, but oh, is it my hat? Oh, you can't read my hat anyway. This way, when I walk this way, it kind of makes more sense. I can kind of like point. It makes more sense to me if it's flipped. A little harder to see me on some of these down here, but like, I guess you can still see. Right? Oi! So here I'm doing a drawing. And I'm checking my microphone. Well, you're the mod god. This is my kitty cat. I did not draw him. Okay, at some point I just gotta let it roll and start commentating. Is it okay if I talk to the chat? Or is it like... I just gotta roll with it. What do you think? How do people older than you call you Onk? You got any tips for me, Flag, on what I should or shouldn't say, or what things would be cool in this thing, or I'm just ready to rock and roll, huh? You ready to do this? I got an hour worth of 60-second drawings, so I'm gonna just run these bad boys, and I'm just gonna try to talk over them, and then when we're done, we'll edit them down to shorts. You know? Does that make sense? I wonder if I should. I guess it's too late now. How bigger is my? Well, we could go up to 1080. It's not too bad. Can you hear the air conditioner running in the background? My God, I need the deets. Does the audio sound okay? I really wanted to be clever. I could clip these things and yeah, okay, so at the end I kinda like duck down out of the screen. Flag, you're a very good communicator and you're very talented. I'm excited to see where you go with your life. You're an amazing, articulate young god. You give very good input. I think you could be a director. You could definitely be a director. You got that kind of brain. Musician, art, writer, articulate. You can. Oh. Could you hear me though? I forgot I got this mic I gotta hold instead of the shotgun mic that just picks me up all the time. I was saying I think you're articulate and talented. You like do a really good job of have creative ideas and then like communicating those ideas. I said I think you could probably be a director. You do music and writing and drawing and you can also communicate your ideas very well. I'm excited to see um what you do with all that fucking talent and attitude. I got some new ink pens and some new markers. Check this out. I don't know, because it's gonna be real small, but can't wait to do that. Can you hear the air conditioner blowing in the background? I did also say you have a lot of attitude. I'm glad you're honored, Flag. Whoa! See what I did there? I saluted the flag. All right. Oh, nice. I hope other people think that way. Can't wait till my singing voice sounds like that. Okay, so I gotta start doing this, Flag. So I'm gonna just press record here. Can you hear the air conditioner in the back? I should go turn that thing off. Hold on. Hold on, like I'm on the phone. Would you hold? Can you hold, please? All right, and the voice to music volume comparison is pretty good too. The audio sounds good. Question mark. It's a long time. First time in a long time we haven't been streaming vertically at the same time. We're only doing a horizontal stream, but we're making a short in the horizontal stream, which is kind of ironic. But hey, audio's good. Well, you're gonna be in an ad pretty soon. Why don't you go to YouTube and you could like the YouTube stream? All right. Doesn't matter. You ready to rock? Let's do this. What time is it? I really know how to talk about it. Okay. We're gonna have to just try this and see how it goes. All right, I press start recording. Here we go. Well, hi there. What you doing? Are you watching me draw? This is an expressive gesture figure drawing. They're relaxing to watch. Would you like to come watch me draw? I draw often on stream. I draw a whole lot. You can come draw with me. And it doesn't matter how beautiful your artwork is on our channel. It just matters if you're having fun. And it feels good. I don't know. There's so many channels I could tell you how to draw. And I think we're here to hang out and talk about our feelings. Oh, yeah. So there's the finished drawing. See, as soon as we started, I got a lag, didn't I? Let me see if the recording lags. I guess it's lagging because it's playing a video and it's green screening. I've never done this before. And it's recording. Well, 11 meg, that's pretty big. How'd I do on that one? Maybe streaming while doing this is not the best answer. I mean, I get how it's fun to do it, but also, like, this is hard work, kind of. Let's see if it lags in the recording. Let's see how it looks. I'm just previewing what we just did. Well, hi there. What you doing? You're watching me draw. This is an expressive gesture figure drawing. They're relaxing to watch. Would you like to come watch me draw? I draw often on stream. I draw a whole lot. You come draw with me. Yeah, even the recording lags. It wasn't lagging when I wasn't on stream. My computer sucks. I have to figure out why it's doing that. Well, if that's the case, we might just have to watch some of these and hang out for a second, and then, you know, I could always just do them like this and not press record and just download them after. Let's try that. Lag is a pain. My critique would be to spend less time promoting your Twitch and talk more about what the drawing process is like until now. Also, don't lower your voice, but don't raise it either. Yeah, that's because I keep moving the mic around. Probably you're just saying the audio keeps getting quiet and loud. You speak naturally. Meow man. Wonderful, wonderful notes, Flag. You're always coming in with the fire. Always coming in with the fire notes. Look at that cat, a perfectly green screen kitty cat. Look at that. Perfectly green screen kitty cat. Oh, I guess we could be. Could be watching drawings this whole time, I guess. We're just messing off. Oh, yeah. Perfectly green screen kitty cat. Right? Look at that. Yeah. Have you ever seen a kitty cat a better green screen cutout than that? Look at that. That's perfect. Do you need a green screen cat in your movie for something? Boom. Uh-oh, he's burping. Vomit on me. I must have squeezed his belly. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, look at me. I'm doing a gesture drawing. A scribble on a sheet of paper, and a picture appears. So like that's what I'm doing. I take a pencil and I go scribble, 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 squeaky, 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 and then I do a little whip, whip, whoopsie do, and a little. I do like a little, and then I do a little squeak, swoop, whoop, 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 and I, whoop, 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 you know, whoop, sweep, whoop, whoop. All right, what did you think about that? Flag, was that pretty good? So, like, looking back in hindsight, this dude looks like he could be skiing or like surfboarding, you know, like hanging 10. Now that I look at it, I do like that we were able to capture the legs with just the exterior contour lines and not any interior lines, implying the shape of both legs with minimal lines. Loving that. It's giving Silver Surfer. Maybe you can just give me lines in the chat, Flag, and I'll just read them back. Now I'm doing a circle. Look, that's a circle. I'm scribbling a circle, and then over here I scribble a different, because I'm trying to tell myself this is where the head's going to be, this is where the toes are going to be, right? Then I'm going to start building the body, and I'm going to try to build it down to where the toes are. But I always kind of like miss where the toes are. I bet you I do miss the toe. So these are two arms that we draw. We just scribble them in real quick. And then the luck of digital drawing, where I can just kind of transform it, move it around on canvas. Sometimes in my sketchbook, I'll cut them out and use a glue stick to paste them on a blank sheet of sketchbook paper so it's perfectly composed. So here I am, I'm trying to get the thighs and the knees drawn out in a way where they'll meet that toe that I was talking about earlier up here. So there's the first leg, and then boom, we finally got to the toe. Saw that? Head to toe. There we did it. Also, this one is giving breakdancer. This one's giving like the Australian breakdancer. Well, hi there. So I'm doing some scribbling, head, and then there's a toe at the bottom. See, nothing yet, but it just looks like scribbles. Okay, so now there's some shoulders, right? And there's a torso. All right, I gotta feed the kitty cat. Hold on. Well, thank you, Flag. Thank you. Must be getting better at it. Let's try another one. I'm just practicing still. I'll start it again from the top. So we start with the head here, and I mostly just do a little squiggle. Hopefully I see a face in it, like waiting to see something in the clouds. Looks like we got a shoulder, a torso, and a bicep. A little squiggle for an elbow up to the forearm, wrist to fingers. The fingies looks like it's a four-handed finger, but it does not matter to me. Now we're drawing a pelvis here, trying to imply some kind of squish and stretch. But also I usually just imply the squish and stretch. I don't draw them in. All right, so we got a left foot here with a extra toe, or maybe it's a shadow. And then we're working down to the other leg from kneecap, a little bit of calf muscle, back down to the other foot. I like how we kind of capture that foot without the top of that foot. There's a fun guy. This guy kind of looks like he's boxing, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, like, subscribe. If you enjoy watching drawing, I'll be here drawing weekly. See you around. Subscribe. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, whatever social media you choose. I'm waiting for the next one. What the heck is going on? Yeah, so I start with the head and the toes, and then we're going to try to build a body from the head down to the toes. So we'll start with the shoulders now, and the arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, some fingies here, and I try not to think too much about the hands and a lot of the parts. I just scribble them together kind of like you would a signature, some real loose but fun lines. That's kind of what I'm doing on the reminding myself what those lines feel like. So now we'll do the other arm, bicep to forearm. Looks like there's almost some implied fingers on that hand, so I just left it. So I didn't like that torso, the wonderful world of digital drawing. We can kind of undo until we find that torso. I learned so much doing digital drawing. Sometimes you learn a little slower in your notebook about anatomy, but you learn more about medium. So now we're building a torso here, implying a little bit of a squash and a stretch from one side to the other, down to the kneecaps. And we're trying to build back down to those toes, but it looks like I didn't quite hit it. Like the toes are just a little too high. Sometimes I feel like I and a lot of gesture artists or just artists in general, we always draw the legs too short. It's like we don't leave enough room at the bottom or something. I don't know, but so I could tell my first instinct was that the legs were too short. So I'm going to rearrange the drawing and... Oh, I guess that one's done. Okay, this is exhausting. Is this peak content or what? Look, I'm doing scribbles. If you want to learn how to draw, there's a million YouTube channels to learn how to draw. But when's the last time somebody told you that they loved you and that they were proud of you? Well, I love you and I'm proud of you. You're stopping and you're watching art. That's awesome. Good for you, dude. Subscribe to the channel. Go find another artist's channel and subscribe to their channel. Not only that, just go find some artists and some creators you like and go leave positive comments on everybody's channels. Give them hearts. Tell them all the things you like. And then when you feel the inclination to say things you don't like, stop and go say things that you do like. You know? Also, look, I'm drawing. You can draw too. It's not too tough. Yeah, I'm just scribbling. But come on, you can find tutorials on drawing all over the damn internet. But can you find tutorials on like self-expression and like being kind to yourself while making art and like reminding you that art is an exercise? And that just like when you're done exercising, you're physically healthy. When you're done doing an exercise, an art exercise, you're more mentally healthy. Come on, that's what this channel is about. You can go find art tutorials on doing contour drawings anywhere. But what I want to remind you is that you're a superhero when you're creative, when you're transforming negative energy into positive energy by being inspired to make art. That's the good stuff, y'all. You can find art tutorials anyway. Matter of fact, go find some art tutorial channels, subscribe to them, like them, and get better at drawing. That's what I'm doing. Come draw with me. I'm drawing live all the time. You know. That was good, but you ended up yapping for a wee bit too long. Well, how can you tell? I'm trying to yap for however long the drawing takes. And like I got him in around 1.5 minutes. So I have to talk for 1.5 minutes. Or at some point you're saying even if I'm done talking, even if the drawing's not done, at some point I could just stop yapping and just be like, okay, I'll let you enjoy the drawing now. You ended up yapping too long. Tell me I ended up yapping too long. This is my channel for yapping. I know, I'm joking. I do appreciate all your input. I'm just making a joke. All right, let me turn that air conditioner on. It's hot in here again. Oh, look at you watching me draw. That's cool. Look, I started at the top and then I put some toes down here. And then I'm going to try to make the drawing kind of meet down here at the toes. But most of the time I mess it up. I either go too far past the toes or I go too short of the toes. So let's see what I do now. All right, so we put in a torso there. And now we're doing a thigh and a kneecap. And I try to draw like as fast as I can. Ooh, boom, I nailed the toes on that one. Got there perfectly. Now I try to draw these shapes as many times as I can until like I can draw them in the same way I do like a signature. Anyway, hope you enjoy the drawing. Oh yeah, you are a certified yapper, huh? It's good to know. I'm waiting for another drawing. I didn't edit this wonderfully, did I? Definitely some gaps in there. Oh, here we go. Well, hi there. I'm doing a little drawing here. Thanks for watching. I did like a head there and a right arm, now the left arm. We're building a torso, didn't like that, so we start over. It's the wonderful part of digital art. Now we're building a torso, a pelvis, one thigh to the knee and to the other. I tried to do lines like as fast as I can, kind of like making a signature. Anyway, it's relaxing for me. I hope it's relaxing for you. Thanks for being here. Oh, also like and subscribe. That was okay. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of like chatting a little bit and then like literally like getting out of the way. All right, I'm gonna let you finish. Waiting for another drawing. Well, I think it's pretty cool that you're here watching me draw. Check this out. There's a head started, and these are going to be the feet. I try to set up a balance of where the head should be to the feet. Now I'm doing the shoulders here. Arms, they look like they're crossed. Kind of do fingies, just like some scribbles. Matter of fact, the whole thing is scribbles. I try to use lines kind of like you would write your signature, so they're kind of flowy and free and most of all fun. You know, there's a million places you can look up tutorials to learn how to draw, but I'd like to remind you to practice having fun. You know, art is an exercise for your mind, so when you're done doing it, you should have a healthier mind. Just like doing exercise for your body makes your body healthier. Remember that. Art makes your mind healthy. Enjoy the drawing. Like and subscribe, please. Where are we at? 41, 40 minutes. That was kind of fun. Where did we get to? Flag, you think we got a nice little style there dialed in? I just do that for all 60 of them. What if I just hang out down here and don't say anything? We just let it rock and roll, but I just chill. I just Fantasia the whole thing. This drawing looks like it's wearing a diaper. Can't nail them all, I guess. Did you see how I just Fantasia'd out that thing? This drawing has a diaper. Did you hear that? I keep forgetting I gotta hold this microphone. It's a lot. All right, Flag, it's nice to hang out with you. I haven't seen you in a while. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to get out of here, though. You know I don't stream on Fridays. I was just trying some stuff out, and it looks like it works. And also, luckily, you were here to give me some pointers. The mod god. And I think we got it dialed in pretty good. Oh, okay, so I'm going to get out of here. I got to do 60 of these things. I so much appreciate your input, and I'll see you next time.